Hey, it's Jed Johnson from Diesel Crew and thegripauthority.com, and just like I said, here's your 8-week grip strength training program. I got it all laid out for you. It's right on the PDF, so don't worry about having to take this video with you. Just print the PDF out and you got it. Take it right with you. Feel free to modify it, feel free to mix it up. I got something that's set up pretty easy format for you. All the workouts are set to be done throughout your week, so however many times you want to use these workouts, go right ahead. Each workout has 3 lifts, and the way that we do it is there's a primary lift that's done all by itself. You're going to hit 3 sets of 8, 3 sets of 10, 5 sets of 2, whatever you want to do. Then the workout also includes a pairing of exercises that you'll do back to back in circuit format. Alright, so it's real easy. Now, all over the course of 8 weeks, I've given you 8 times 3, 24 grip exercises that you can begin implementing right away. There's nothing saying that you have to stick to this workout routine the whole way through. If there's exercises that you like, by all means, bump them all over the place. But make sure that you remember to include all the facets of grip strength into your training. Don't just do crush, don't just do open hand stuff. Do it all. It's very, very important to, avoid any kind of overuse injuries or anything like that by mixing up your training. Alright, I got full body stuff in here, I got grip isolated stuff, I got crushing, pinching, supporting, I've got extensor work, I got it all in there, so it's all there. Feel free, you can take scissors, you can cut the whole thing up and you can throw it in a hat and pull the exercises out if you want to. I got it, it's just a blueprint. Go ahead and do what you like with the PDF. Alright, so here we go. Let's look at week 1. Alright, here we go. Alright, I got a good one that's a favorite of a lot of people right off the bat for workout 1. The primary exercise is just gripper closes. Now what I suggest, a lot of people get worried about the set. Should I no set it? Should I set it right down to parallel? What should I do? What I do, I say use a diesel set. All that is, just close it enough so you can get all your fingers on the gripper. So for me, it's something like that. Then just rep it out. Alright? Alright, there's 10 reps. Now I'm going to switch it over. Okay, so 1 set equals working with both hands. You open it up all the way and you close it down all the way. So rep it out. It don't matter what kind of gripper you got. You might have a pony clamp or some other type of deal. Just get your work in. You want to pound it out. You want to feel the blood flowing through your hands. That's what you're shooting for with this. Alright? So, do that. Bunch of sets. Rep it out. That is your primary lift for week 1. Now let's look at our pairing for week 1. Alright, here's our pairing for week 1. Now before we go into this, a lot of people ask about chalk. It doesn't take a ton of chalk. All you want to do is just keep your hands dry. So there's no need to load it up and then get it all over the gym and then you got to clean it up later on. Alright? So that's just a big hassle. So first off, for this pairing, we're going to go from block weight cleans. So we're going to be ripping the block weight up off the ground. So we're doing open hand strength. Ripping it up off the ground, we're cleaning it, and then we're going to go right directly into towel pull-ups. Alright, so here we go. Alright, now right into the towel pull-ups. If you're doing circuit training, once one guy's done with the cleans, then they can go right into the pull-ups and somebody else can jump on the block weight. Alright, the sets and the reps are up to you. That's what you want to do though. You want to hit these exercises. So what do? We hit crush, we hit pinch, and we hit support. Alright, so we're hitting it from all angles. Week 1, you're going to do it 2, 3, however many times you want to throughout the week. Then you're done with week 1, we're gonna go to week 2. We got a whole set of exercises completely different from week 1. So here we go. Okay, week 2, our primary lift is fat bar cleans. What I got here is a fat bar dumbbell. Okay? If you don't have one of these, you can make one out of PVC pipe. It's easy. Okay? So here we go. We're just gonna hit reps with each hand. We're gonna do that for 4 sets, and then we're done. That's the primary, it's over. Okay, here we go. Okay, so do that for multiple reps, and you're going to be all set. That's fat bar cleans. Now, let's look at week 2's pairing. All right, here we go. All right, guys, here's our pairing for week 2. What we're going to be doing is we're going to do either 2 or 3 finger pull-ups, and then we're going to go from there right into reverse curls with an easy curl bar. Now, most of the times when people are doing wrist curls, they're hitting them like this for like 1,000,000 reps. Let's get away from that, all right? We're gonna hit the 2 and 3 finger pull-ups. We're gonna go into reverse curls, reverse wrist curls with an easy curl bar, all right? Remember, grip is everything from the elbow down. You gotta work it all effectively, all right? So we're doing that with this 8-week program. Here we go. Nice, man, I can really feel that, okay? So there we go, that's our pairing for week 2. We're gonna go through that in circuit format. You'll be able to get your whole team or your whole crew lifting buddies through there, no problem. You're gonna be developing that all-important grip strength, the forgotten element of functional training. All right, so now let's move on to week 3. All right, it's week 3, and this happens to be a very special week because this happens to be glove week, all right? Now, if you don't want to use gloves, you don't have to, but the reason I use gloves is because one of these exercises involved in week 3 is the sand bucket, and I just can't stand that sand getting up and under my fingernails. So what I've done is I designed this week to be done with gloves, but you don't necessarily have to if you don't want to, if you don't have enough gloves. So the first thing that we're going to do is just plate pinch, hold for time. What I got here is 4 dimes. So you can hold 4 dimes, 3 dimes, you can do 2 quarters, 2 35s. If you're a real badass, you can do 2 45s, where it's just holding them for time. Okay, now we'll just switch over. I could have held on to that for a little bit longer. No bracing, no getting it against your body. Keep it out away from your body, all right? This is open hand strength. Very, very important for functional grip strength is open hand strength and working that thumb, okay? So that's the primary lift for week 3. Now let's go on to the pairing for week 3. Okay, the first exercise in the pairing for week 3 is just sand digs, and then you're gonna open your hand up, all right? So pound that hand down as far as you can into the sand and then open your hand up. This is a great exercise for the extensors and also for just toughening up the hands. Make sure to get both hands in there. Okay, once you're all done, you're right into the next lift. And the next lift is just shot pops. What I've got here is a gigantic ball bearing that a friend of mine got off a construction site. He works demolition, finds me stuff all the time. It's just crazy stuff. You could use a shot put, you could use a softball attached to a loading pin, but the point here is just popping it back and forth from hand to hand and just grabbing it and controlling it, not dropping it. Another way to vary this up is you can have a bunch of guys all in a circle and you just pop it to each other through the air, and then if they drop it, then they got to do push-ups or something like that. You got to try to catch it, pop it back up to your next person. Okay? Boom. So that's the pairing for week 3. Let's move on to week 4. Here's another sick one for week 4. These are plate push-ups. These are going to work your wrist stability while also integrating grip strength with a full body movement. Okay, so here we go. Just take your plates, and these are what you're going to set your hands on. Then you just get into a push-up position, and now watch my hands. Yo, hooked you up. Man, that is going to get you tough. That is all about wrist stability. Alright? That's your primary movement for week 4. Now let's look at our pairing for week 4. Okay, the pairing for week number 4 is a little bit different. This is what we call a bipolar movement. Alright, so we're going to use both our hands on this one, but we're going to be doing 2 completely different things in each hand. Okay? So this is a crush and also a wrist extension exercise all at the same time. Okay, so in one hand, you're going to take a gripper. You're going to close it, and you're going to hold it for as long as possible. And then, with the other hand, you're going to perform wrist extension, just like this. You're going to do it until you fail on both sides. So if you release the gripper, you keep going until it feels like your hand's going to fall off. Engorge the back of your forearm with blood on this one. Here we go. Squeeze it hard, both hands. We're not just flapping it around, we're squeezing it back. We're working all the blood in the back of the forearm that we can. Yeah! Oh, I'm going to hit a few more here. Oh, it's really starting to blow up. Oh, I can feel it right in. Oh, I'll show you. Right in through here, right in through this muscle. That's where you're going to feel it. All right, the extensors. Holy cow. All right, you know what we got to do now? We got to do the other side. So here we go. Oh, it's pumped up. Oh, I can feel it in the back of my wrist. Oh. This is going to make the tough guys, float to the top. We're going to see who's really, really into it. We're going to see who the leaders of the teams are and everything. We're going to see who's got the guts with this one. After that one, I got to stretch. That's week 4. Now let's go on to week 5. Dude, we're halfway through the program already. You know what that means? We still got halfway to go. All right, we're on week 5. The primary lift for week 5 is hammer halts. So what we're going to do is we're going to swing this overhead out in front of us, and we're going to stop it right there. Okay, it doesn't matter what size hammer you use, 10, 20, 50-pound hammer, whatever you want to use. If you don't have a hammer, then take a pipe and just stick some weight on the end. Make sure it's not going to fly off because there's going to be a lot of force involved. You don't want to break anything in your gym. So here we go. Real simple movement. We go overhead, we cast it forward, and we stop it there. Okay? Hammer halts. We have to halt the momentum of the hammerhead. Where can you feel this? Surprisingly enough, with a sledgehammer, you feel it quite a bit in the thumb, and it works all the way up your forearm. Okay? That's where you're going to feel it. Make sure you do both sides. That's a real good one for the wrist. That's hammer halts. That's the primary lift for week number 5. Now let's go on to the pairing for week number 5. Whew, man, I'm shooting this all in one day. I'm starting to get freaking hot here, even though it's only 20 degrees outside. All right, so here's the pairing for week number 5. What we got is plate pinches. We're going to do them around the back. We're going to go 10 one way, then 10 the other way. And then once we're done, we're going to follow that up with extensor work using rubber bands. Now, I have the Iron Mind Expand Your Hand bands. If you don't have those, just get some normal rubber bands, load them up around your hands. Okay, that's really all you need. You can go to Staples, you can buy different size rubber bands right there at Staples. So you might want to pursue that as well. You get a whole variety of rubber bands there. All right, plate around the back, here we go. If you drop them, start right up where you left off. So let's go the other way. There we go. Now, time to get right into the rubber band extensions. And this one we're just going to go until it feels like our fingers are going to fall off. The extensors don't get nearly enough work, so we need to work them hard when we do work them. And what I've been doing a lot of extensor work with lighter bands. So what I did for this is grab my thicker bands, the biggest set in the biggest pair in the set. Oh, and I wanted to hit them because I've been doing so much light stuff at work at my desk. Man, it's really lighting me up. Oh, can't do any more. All right, there you go. So again, that's a 2-station pairing. One athlete goes. Once he's done, the next guy goes. Okay, I'm gonna just stretch it out, and then we're on to week 6. Hey, can you believe that we're on week 6? Now remember, print the PDF out, take it with you to the gym. You got everything you need to know right there, okay? Make sure you download that and print it out. For the primary lift for week 6, what we got is a 2x4 lift with weight added. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna pick the 2x4 up and hold it for time. Don't be harnessing the plate on there, using a nail, using a strap or anything like that. Keep the weight on there, just on the board, and then you're going to hold it for time. Eventually that's going to want to tilt out of your hand and it's going to fall off. Then it's time to do the other hand. Here we go. This is how you're going to pick it up. You want to try to keep it level. This is going to work your thumb, your wrist, and your fingers. I've got probably a 2-foot long board there and a 5-pound plate. Oh. Gotta make sure to work both hands. We're getting wrist, we're getting thumb, and we're getting our fingers. Oh, it's starting to shake on me. It's starting to shake on me, I tell you. Son of a bitch. All right, that's primary for week 6 right there. Weight added to a 2x4. Look, you don't need a bunch of expensive equipment. Most of this stuff, you just require some imagination and some spare stuff laying around. All right, let's look at the pairing for week 6 right now. Okay, the pairing for week 6 is 2-hand plate pinch using 45s, going right into reverse curls with an easy curl bar. If you're wondering why I use the easy curl bar so much, it's because I don't like straight bars for reverse stuff. It hurts my wrist. All right, and it's not just hurt like it's hitting the muscle real hard. It feels like it's breaking bones and tearing tendons. So I don't recommend it necessarily for anybody to do that unless it really feels good to them. Okay, so let's go for the 245 plate pinch. We're going to hit that for some reps, and then we're going to move right into the reverse curls. I hit reverse curls every week. I feel it's very important to do these in order to prevent any kind of inflammation and tendonitis and things like that in my elbows. So I hit this every week. All right, so again, circuit format. Your athletes will go one at a time, and they'll just follow one another through the pairing. Week 6 is all set. Now let's go to week 7. Week 7, here we are. It's our lucky week, week 7. The primary lift for week 7 is a pony clamp. What I got here is a modified pony clamp. You can see the pony clamp ends there naturally. I've got some extensions on there. The idea there is I load this up with small rubber bands out this way in order to hold it for time. But what I'm going to do right now is reps. What I'm actually going to try to do is touch the nuts together on the handles each rep. Okay? So here we go. Well, it's at least 12, maybe 15. Oh, I can't quite get it. Wow, but that's a good one. Very, very easy. All you do, you just take some pieces of wood, you just fasten it with a small bolt and a nut to the handle of the pony clamp. The pony clamp, generally, when you get one of these, the pony clamp has a hole in there already, so you can attach something to it. Easy as pie. All right, now let's go on to the pairing for week 7. All right, here we are, week 7. It's time to do our pairing. What I got set up for you this time is plate wrist curls with a 25-pound plate, and then we're going to hit both hands, and then we're going to follow it up with circumduction. So what that is where you take your hand and just move it like this through rotation, all different angles. So we're going to go clockwise and counterclockwise, both hands. So this is kind of a longer set, but it's going to have your wrist really strengthen up. When you do this a few times, you are going to be tough. Here we go. So for the plate wrist curl, we just bring it out here, bring it up, okay? 2, 3, 4. Wrist is a little bit stronger on my left side tonight. Now we go with our circumduction. Again, we're just using our shot. If you don't have a shot, you can use something else. You can take a, what's really good is a tennis ball. You take a tennis ball, you cut a slit in it. Don't cut a whole big hole in it there. Just cut a slit into it, and then you fill it up with a bunch of pennies. Fill it up with pennies, and it ends up being like £1.50 or something like that, and it gets you some good work in. Okay, so we're doing circumductions. All right, going clockwise right now. Now we'll go counterclockwise. And I'll tell you what, this one wipes you out. Oh. Clockwise. No need to go too fast. Nice concentrated movement. You want to feel everything. The less forearm you have on your leg, the harder it is. Other way. The second one is way harder. It's already tired out because you've already pre-exhausted it. So as you go through this multiple times, mix it up. Go clockwise sometimes first, go counterclockwise sometimes first. Dude, that's our pairing for week 7. We're going into week 8. It's almost over, man. But remember, I've given you a bunch of tools. Go ahead and split them up. Use them all different however you want to. If you don't like the way I've got it set up, then change it. You got my permission right now. Okay? Week 8 coming up. Well, it's week 8. We're almost done. And look what I got in my hand. The old trusted hammer again. Okay? Now this is what we're going to do now. This is called a Weaver stick. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the hammer. You're going to direct it behind you. You're going to just lift it right up off the ground. You're going to hit that for reps. What you want to focus on doing, this is how it looks. Up into ulnar deviation in the radial deviation. So ulnar through the concentric, radial through the eccentric. That's what it looks like. Here we go. Remember, this is a wrist exercise, not an arm exercise. Try to keep it right at your side. That's your primary, all right? You can build some big strength with these hammers, I'm telling you. I haven't even scratched the surface of what you can do with these hammers. All right, now let's go into the pairing for week number 8. Dude, you're gonna hate me. The pairing for week 8 is another bipolar movement. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be lifting a block weight in one hand. We're going to hold it for time. And in the other hand, we're going to perform plate curls with a plate. I got a 25-pound plate right here. Okay? Sorry. Here you go. No bracing the block weight. Oh! Once you drop the block weight, then you switch hands. thumb is involved quite a bit with those plate curls. So once you hit the plate curls with one hand, your thumb's already going to be a little bit tired. So you might see a little bit disparity in between hands. No problem. Just cycle it up, change it up. Do one thing first with one hand, do the other thing first with the other hand, and just switch it up, and it won't bother your gains at all. Hey, there you go, everybody. That's the 8-week grip strength training program brought to you by me. Hey, if you have any questions, I always welcome emails. You can hit me up at jed.diesel@gmail.com or just leave a comment on dieselcrew.com on one of my posts. I'm always open to any questions or feedback that you may have. Some other things that I got going on, I just launched the gripauthority.com. Every month I go over a new feature video on how to rip stuff, tear stuff, bend stuff, pick stuff up. Putting a lot of effort into that. I also provide a workout of the month, and I got lots of interviews planned with some big name strongman performers and grip strength competitors. So putting a lot of time and effort into that. Also, you may have seen the nail bending ebook and the card tearing ebook. They're still going strong, man. Check those out. Again, if you have any questions, you just let me know. I'm always open to questions, so hit me up. That's jed.diesel@gmail.com. Check out dieselcrew.com and the Grip Authority. And I guess that's it. Thanks again. All the best in your training.